is Itaewon bar accused of discriminating against Indian?
3 things. 1, everyday organic skincare KAYGAL kit giveaway. All you have to do is follow KAYGAL on Instagram and like one of their photos. Information down below. 2, check out Steph's garden. And 3, wish Steph a happy birthday in the comments. Today's her birthday. Thanks.
A video recently posted online has gone viral of a bouncer at a club in Seoul in the region, in the district, in the neighborhood of Itaewon, which we are both familiar with, discriminating against an Indian graduate student at Sogang University who was trying to get into the club, and the bouncer told him that it's a rule that they don't allow Indians in. The quality of the video is poor, but I do want to read the statement that the bouncer made to the gentleman who was trying to gain entrance into the club. Fountain, by the way, is the name of this club or bar. In the video, the male bouncer was heard saying, "No Indians, it is a rule. No Kazakhstan, no Pakistan, no Mongolia, no Saudi Arabia, and no Egypt. It is a rule." Before I go any further, there are a lot of countries in between these countries that are allowed into the bar, like Afghanistan, for instance. How in the heck is Kazakhstan anywhere near related to Egypt? I don't understand this at all.
I think the only thing that I could use to maybe explain this is they had some sort of issue in the past with somebody from that country, or else the bar owner has some sort of prejudice against people from those particular countries for some reason.
The root of all of this, though, is that legally, Korean institutions and private companies are still allowed to discriminate at their will against anyone they see fit. That's what this is all about.
Yeah, there is no law that is mandating equal opportunity or preventing race, religious, or sexual discrimination in Korea to this day. And a lot of Korean people see these companies, see these businesses as private businesses and enterprises, and so they can pick and choose who they want to allow to enter. This isn't something new that I haven't seen before.
From the perspective of people who have spent a lot of time in Korea, the only major retaliation against this place are videos like this, or people going online and making reviews and tagging the name of this place in, and lots of people doing it so many different times, usually in Itaewon. We would see things on Facebook about a particular place discriminating in some way against some sort of people, any gays, women, anything, or a particular ethnicity, and the major way to fight back is not necessarily by calling the police, because the bouncer recommended he called the police. The guy's like, what if I call the police about this? And the bouncer's like, call the police. Go for it. Can you get out of here, please?
Yes, and that's part of the reason why we're making this video, because if you are in Korea or you're going to be traveling there and drinking, the fountain is probably not going to be a place that we would recommend that you go.
Once you find a place that you know is not trying to do this sort of thing, and they have good food and or good drink, you don't want to go to another place, or at least that's my strategy in picking a particular place to patronize, because when you are spending your money, you don't ever want to feel like anyone is discriminating against you at all. Obviously, people are going to start going to Fountain less because of this, but people will still go to Fountain. This is not going to hurt Fountain that much, even though the backlash does seem enormous online.
This is a bit unusual, discriminating against these specific countries. Now, back when Ebola first came out, there was one bar that I remembered becoming extremely well-known online, or infamous online, for discriminating against all African people because of the Ebola virus. And
or all black people, not even people from Africa. You can't even tell the difference between someone from Africa and an African American, for instance. I mean, they have the same skin color, and they were discriminated against everybody of that particular tone.
But the thing that you see more than anything is Koreans only. There will be signs out front, or something else that they could do. They can do all kinds of things, okay? It's their business. They can do whatever they want.
Well, and it's their country.
Yes, but they could do the sign that says Koreans only. They could say that you can only come in if you have Korean membership. That one I actually saw one time when I tried to enter a bar. They were like, this is Korean members only. The other thing that they do a lot is you have to have a fingerprint ID in order to get into a bar, because Korean IDs have a fingerprint on the back, but foreign ID cards do not have that fingerprint on the back, and so therefore it automatically discriminates against all the foreigners.
Earlier today, I was giving this particular subject a lot of thought before filming this. The main thing that kept coming up in my mind is how Koreans, in a way, drastically changed their own culture to accommodate foreigners. And this is not specifically focused on bars. This is just in general. They are a very humble and conservative society overall. Lots of people who come to visit, whether they're working or traveling, are not necessarily from the same types of cultures. We're talking about people visiting who are more outgoing, louder, more flamboyant, like more pushy. Something I noticed so much when we were there was Koreans having to come out of their shell a little bit in order to deal with certain circumstances when they were working, because foreigners were coming into their business and they weren't accustomed to this type of behavior. And so now, fast forward to 2017, with all these people coming to visit and live and study there and just etc. And you guys watching it, K-pop is blowing up. It's made Koreans particularly uncomfortable in a way that this is the backlash that you're seeing. So like, I can understand a Korean's perspective on this, even though it is discrimination. We were there. It's not easy to be Korean, and then you got to deal with somebody. They're doing it in their culture instead of doing it in the Korean way. It's kind of unfair to Koreans. How can he say Kazakhstan and not say Uzbekistan? Like, Uzbekistan's allowed in, but Kazakhstan is not? Like, they're basically, I mean, they're not the same country, but they're right next to each other. They're like sister countries, brother, however you want to say it. How bad are you affected by thinking that you might not be able to go into a particular bar if you're in Korea just because of your skin color or ethnicity?
Do you find this offensive? Is this something that you would just let roll off your shoulder and just move on? What are your thoughts on this lack of discrimination policy in Korea?
How good can that bar be if they're not letting in half the world? I mean, think about it, you know what I mean? Click the like button, you guys. Comments down below. Thank you so much for supporting us here at Hallyu Back. Click the bell for notifications. Check out the link to KAYGAL. Don't forget to subscribe for more Hallyu Back news. That's it. We're out of here. Hasta luego. Bye.